Hi, I'm Stephen Herrera, and today I want to talk about looking for a full-time job. There's lots of different full-time jobs out there, and when you get into the world of higher education, you become a professional and you shop your skills around to different companies. You're kind of dependent on an organization for your livelihood. Well, I'm interested in this whole idea of working as an independent contractor rather than being devoted to one specific company for a long period of time. Obviously, there's pros and cons to working at one company. You get health benefits, you get health insurance, you share in certain 401k programs, medical reimbursement programs, disability, dentistry, and all these other things. On the other hand, when you are an independent contractor, it's a little bit of a trade-off because you get to work for lots of different companies over a relatively short period of time, but you don't get all those amenities that come along with devoting yourself to one company. So you're often on your own for health insurance, etc. Having said that, I want to tell you about why I'm interested in the field of consulting. You see, I come from a technology background, and I'd like to be able to help entertainment firms solve problems. I've always wanted to be a gun for hire, and what I mean by that is someone who has a reputation for solving problems and getting things done, and using that skill towards any number of different clients. So you're working on a project basis. Projects might last from 3 months to 18 months, usually around 6 months. So I want to be somebody who works autonomously, someone who has skills that the client trusts, and someone whose recommendations the client believes in. I like to work as that interface between the client and the folks who are actually executing on a task. So what I mean by that is talking to clients to understand their needs, and then translating those needs into requirements for a solution. Now, I've actually done those things in my past experiences, and I developed a reputation for solving problems and using my critical thinking skills. I have even executed on projects. I've served as a project manager, which is the connection between the client, who has certain needs, and the people on the team who are actually performing the work to get those needs met. Now, as a project manager, I was given a certain budget and a schedule in which to accomplish the tasks. And I actually hand-picked a team of experts to get the work done. Finally, my job as project manager was to make sure that the project was moving along at the right pace and that the results were a success. And that's really what I built my reputation on, was putting together a team of experts and being that trustworthy person who could be depended on to get the job done. So now that we've talked about the consulting field and why I'm interested in that field, let's talk a little bit more in detail about how you move into the consulting profession when you really don't have consulting experience per se. So anytime you want to move into a new industry, you have to think about 3 different dimensions of yourself. And those are personality, aptitude, and experience, in that order. So when you're coming from a different background and you're not the traditional applicant, a resume is not going to get you the job. A cover letter is not going to get you the job. You have to go out and network with people who work in the consulting profession, and if they can communicate with you, then you'll be perceived as somebody who has the right personality for the job. Also, if they notice that you can talk the talk and you can give specific examples, then they can see that you have the aptitude or the talent that it takes to do the work of a consultant. And finally, if you can demonstrate how some examples from your past experience are applicable to the consulting profession, then they'll see that you have some transferable skills. And for me, I want to be able to use those transferable skills. It's just that I want to apply them in a different field and in a different way. I want to be somebody who's an independent contractor, and I want to be able to leverage my past experiences so that I can be working at the level that is commensurate with my skills.